Take some time to do a lot of that this week, Aries. It will help you because there's a lot of energy coming your way. Aries, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. We have a couple of messages from the angels that have already insisted upon getting my attention. I'm going to see what your current situation is, where it came from, how it happened, and what you can expect. Predictions from the future. They'll all come out when they're ready to come out, so hang with me. Remember, there's always an extended reading, Aries, and that link I will attach to the description box below, as well as pin it to the top of the comment section, and I do hope you join me for that. You're having some creative freedom. Finally, there's liberation when it comes to this feeling that you're now finally in control of your own life, or there's such pressure that's built up that's what the pressure is built up for. You have been squashed, and what you need is creative freedom, the space to dream, tired of being confined, tired of conformity, tired of fitting into somebody else's box or working a humdrum position. Nobody can do it like you, Capricorn. And what I'm talking about is the ability to just work yourself to the bone doing something that you absolutely hate. So this is creative freedom, liberation, finally breaking out of whatever confines you have been subjugated to. Let's read the angel messages because they want to be read. Healing. I, the angel of healing, am with you right now. Feel my presence and my unwavering love for you. I have loved you before the dawn of time, and I will love you for all eternity. This card is saying that you're going to be led in the direction of what heals you. So this week you can expect a revelation when it comes to what is it that has been making you ill? What is it that has been making you sick? Yes, this could be physical illness, but it can also be mental illness, emotional illness, social illness, whatever has been heavy and toxic and really confining you to the point where you haven't been able to be completely and totally yourself. There's a breakthrough and there's liberation from those confines, from the chains that this unhealthiness has taken over. Okay, so I just heard this lack of partnership. For those of you who have been trying to do it all on your own, the pressure is becoming too much because you shouldn't have been doing it all on your own. And the last relationship that you had, I'm willing to bet that it doesn't matter you were in a relationship because you were doing it all on your own anyway. You were doing that all on your own. So it's a difference between being with somebody and actually having a partner. And Aries, I'm willing to predict that it's been years since you've actually had a partner. That is what is causing the deep, deep illness. That is what's causing the deep, deep pain. And I feel like this has been manifesting in a lot of ways in your physical state. And if you haven't been able to understand it or find a cure for it, something has been constantly acting up. It's because it is the stress point. Look at where that stress point is in your body. That is where your energy is taking it out on. It's kind of eating away at itself. Interesting. We also have creative potential. And what was the first message that I got as soon as I started this reading, right? Creative potential. You are by nature infinitely creative. You're a fire sign. That is creative. Life is a sea of creative potential just waiting to be expressed through you. You are free to express all your heart's desires, and that's what's going to heal you. So please, this week, Aries, get back into what you create. Get back into being the artist that you are. We get this wrong impression when we hear artist, the painter. No, art is anything that comes directly from God through you. You could be artistic even in your endeavors in a laboratory. But ultimately, it means that it's divinely guided and you're in communion with the eternal. So be creative, turn that back on. There is a part of you that just needs to be released and to be open into the world. Maybe you are debuting something this week. This is a very good week to do so. And in fact, I think there's so much pressure coming from Neptune and Jupiter because there's a square to Mars. Mars is your ruling dignitary. It is in Gemini. Gemini is the sign of communication. It's the sign of getting across what you feel inside and fucking sharing it with somebody else. So ultimately, both Jupiter is square to Mars and Neptune is square to Mars. Squares are challenges. You're going to feel the heavy to kick you out of this unnecessary binding that you've locked yourself in. I know to you, this is probably sounding like doom and gloom. From a reader's perspective, this sounds like exceptionality. It sounds like one of the best moments of your life, because the things that have been getting to you, the things that have been eating away at you, the things that have, you've almost like lost contact with because you've made them so mundane. They become so commonplace. How could they be actually making me sick or hurting me or be what is the problem? Because you're just carrying this burden for so long that it actually feels like it's something that's natural to you or something it should be. And it absolutely should not. I'm being called to use my Golden Girls deck. I fucking love this. Am I selling it? No, I'm just sharing it with you because I absolutely adore it. And there is a link, I think, to where you can get it if you're interested. If you're a big fan of the show like I am, you could definitely find it. But I'm just being called to use this deck. What is Aries' action to take? Yes, so it's agreeing with me, the Eight of Swords. Mental illness, sickness, total and complete abandonment, feeling isolated and feeling alone, feeling like you're all on your own, like there's no way to ask, there's no person to ask. You just let's put it this way, the feeling of being left behind. And whatever those chains are, if you know the Eight of Swords, you know the original, this is the Eight of Swords here, you feel trapped, but the truth is you're not. It's in your mind. The decision that you've made has trapped you in your own mind. And it's both the simplest, but also the most difficult prison to get out of because nobody can help you out of it. You've got to help yourself out of it. So what is the action to take? What is the action that Aries is supposed to take? What is the action that Aries is supposed to take? There's something here in the past. Five of Wands, be more competitive. You have been too nice. You need to let your Aries out. Because Aries, you are the competition. Okay? You need to get that fucking fire back. And if other people get burned, too goddamn bad. Get out of your way. This Mr. Nice Guy shit has harmed you. No more Mr. Nice Guy. It's time for you to get into the thick of the competition and you're going to blast them away. I know it. I don't think anybody's really, to be honest with you, with the situation that you're in right now, with the situation that you're thinking about, please comment below because you know I want to know and you know I'm interested and I will try to answer. Whatever this competition is, they don't know you. They don't even know what you're capable of. They don't know who the fuck they're dealing with or who the fuck you are. They don't know because you haven't shown them. You have been your own greatest enemy and defeater because right, nice is different than good. Good is assigned by God. Nice is some fake shit that you can put on based on social proprieties. Nice is different than good. Aries, it's time for you to be good again. And that means being yourself. And you burn bright and you burn strong. And I want you to stop being afraid of your own fire. We have Three of Cups. Oh, once upon a time, everything was really wonderful. Everything you liked being around a certain group of people. Maybe there is a sense of you used to be friends or used to be more social, and you've just become so isolated, or somebody is creating competition now, and you're feeling isolated in a situation where you used to be friends. So this is much more intriguing here. Okay. This person is a mother figure, could have been a mother figure. Maybe you're afraid of losing somebody. But this is saying that in the future, they're going to be sorry when you're gone. They're going to look back and be very, very unhappy for, oh, I understand. You're staying in a situation, or you're not taking action on a situation because you don't want to be selfish. You don't want to look back and think, I didn't do all I could do. This is maybe about somebody that you have a deep connection with, and you don't want to let them down. And these are the chains and these are the bars. But I'm not taking any excuses. I don't even give a fuck if you're taking care of your sick daddy. Bottom line is, you still have to create boundaries, and you still have to be yourself. You were given this life to live, and you are hurting yourself by not being your full self out loud. I'm just going to say it. You take it, you hate me, leave the fucking comments. I don't give a fuck. But this is really a sense of, the more hardship you allow, the more hardship finds you. And my friends, I would love for you to have an exceptional life. It's waiting for you. It's there. And at this point, I think you've just been taking care of everybody else's problems so much, you're just going to burst out of this kind of cage of obligation that you have put yourself in. Knight of Swords is here, but in reverse. Somebody's been saying some really shitty things about you. And you're really disappointed. But the bottom line is, you know that you have to end this friendship. The way that they behave and the way that they talk to you, and especially since Mars is in Gemini, there is this sense of words being exchanged that are very harsh. Somebody has been very harsh with their language. That's what the Knight of Swords in reverse means. This is a person who is very much a son of a bitch when it comes to how they talk to you, or what they think they can get away with. So they'd be very insulting, very accusatory, and they're using their words to do damage. And maybe, just maybe, this is happening or coming out because they're done and they don't know how else to get out of the situation. This could be you starting to snap at people, right? This is a sense of, it could be happening in many different ways, but this is a sense of, right, just not being polite with the words, because ultimately, in some ways, you already know it's over. Definitely somebody is done. In some ways, there's a lot of regret here. Okay. 5 of Cups and 10 of Swords in the future is, yeah, somebody is definitely going to regret the ending and how shitty it made somebody feel. But ultimately, unless it's you being ugly with your mouth, that's not your concern. You know, how shitty they feel. Yeah, it's almost like saying they're going to regret the way that they treated me. And they are. They are. They're going to regret that they said it. I feel like somebody's definitely acting out. We have the Queen of Wands, that would be you. And then we have the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands is that, oh yeah, having enough foresight to be able to invest in yourself. Aries, you're being called to do that this week. You're being called to, I don't know, a lot of times 3 of Wands is about getting into classes, going to college, getting an education. It's about putting your passions forward for future success. This is about ships coming in, finally seeing your value, seeing your worth of something that you've worked on. somebody finally recognizing what you've worked on. You're about to be very, very happy, and somebody's going to regret the way that they fucking treated you. Who is this person? Once again, they're coming up in the past. I said, once again, I think that they used to be a friend. Eight of Pentacles. This is somebody who used to... No. God, things used to be good. You used to really enjoy your work. You used to be happy. You used to be happy with what you were doing and feel productive. And now it seems like all you ever do is feel like, oh, something is ending, or I'm not getting what I want. Like I'm disappointed. There's disappointment that's coming. Can I say this? Knight of Swords, that's air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. This is almost a sense of don't trust them. Or either you're not thinking correctly, you'll be making decisions that will lead to a disappointment in the future because you so want to jump at something now, or somebody is giving you bad advice. You know, somebody is saying things, this is not somebody that you can really trust. They just don't want you to leave them. But you got your can I say this? Choose you, not them. However you want to apply that to your situation, leave the comments below. I want to know. And brief second, please like this video. Everybody always forgets. I even forget with my favorite YouTube videos, but it matters so much to give this video a thumbs up. So if you just take some time and do that, I would really appreciate that now. And while you're at it, while you're down there, subscribe to the channel. And that way you'll get all these messages fresh off the press. There's a new one for Aries every single week on Thursdays. I put out Aries every single week. Choose you is what it is what it's saying. I think that right now there's just a lot of pain and a lot of stress because there's a feeling of obligation to somebody else, to somebody else's pain, to alleviate somebody else, to take care of somebody else, but you don't want to do what they want to do. And inevitably, I'm going to tell you, they're going to be disappointed. And they may be saying shit or talking shit to you right now because they know it. As crazy as this sounds, your future is bright. Mars is about to go into retrograde in like a week and a half. Mars is going to go into retrograde. So be prepared that you will have to kick back a little bit. You won't have as much energy because you're impacted by whatever Mars does. So, and you won't be able to be as quick on your feet because Mars is retrograding in Gemini. You won't be able to like think as quickly. So you'll need more time. You'll need to give yourself more time to think about things. And if you try to push, you'll feel like you're dragging through quicksand. But if you just allow yourself to work at a lower energy level and take more in and believe what you see and watch, you will be able to use this Mars retrograde very productively. It's going to be over in January. Knight of Wands is here. Trust your passions, Aries. It is time. It's almost like your thoughts or whatever words have been coming at you, bullshit, don't trust them, derogatory, not good. Knight of Wands is your passions are correct. I want you to really trust the direction you know your future is headed, because the good news that's coming out is that it's like God is already telling you. You already know which direction to go. This is just... can I allow myself to do this? Let's pick a moon card, because we are about to have, during this week, we're about to have a full moon, no, a new moon in Scorpio on October 25th. And it's going to be a beautiful one, exciting one. And take no shit, take no bullshit, no more Mr. Nice Guy crap, because it's going to be in Scorpio and it's opposite Uranus. Conjunct both the sun. New moons are always conjunct the sun, but this is a Venus-Sun conjunction that is a very powerful, and it's lasted for quite some time, and it's tight. It's like it's 0 degrees. They're right on top of each other. And then you have the moon conjuncting it, this adding to the conjunction, in Scorpio, directly opposite Uranus. So yeah, and then, okay, if I had to spell out the energy of an eclipse, it would be that setup. But there's actually an eclipse too. This is eclipse season. We got an eclipse now. We got an eclipse that's coming up in November 8th, which is the full moon that happens during Scorpio season. I mean, what this is a hard reset. You know, I don't think there's a lot of prosperity that's coming out of this new moon. The prosperity is freedom. You got to trust your passions. What can Aries expect from this new moon? Oh, shit. A win-win outcome is forecast. You can expect to get some justice and to get things really back into balance, because that is what is necessary. Also, you might be able to expect some help. I'm going to go deeper and just see what exactly do you mean, because this is Libra energy. Oh, a 9 of Cups. It's going to become so clear what you need to do, that whatever you need to decide is, hey, if they're left behind, they're left behind. But this is definitely about really getting a wish fulfilled. Let's go deeper into that, because I'm going to go over to the extended, where I can tell you how this is going to play out in your career. What's the gift that you have to look forward to for career, for love and relationships, and for money? And then we'll get into sex and romance too. I can't wait to see you guys over there. Links below. I love you guys. See you soon.